Hi. I am here. I'm Tanya Milano, burnout coach for moms, and I'm here with Chrissy. She will introduce you in a minute. I just wanted to bring in some of my guests that I have in my home in the home revolution. And this month we're doing a lot of like that self-nurturing time as we prepare to slow down. The weather gets cooler and we need to go inward a bit more, and whatever our practice is going to be to kind of bring us through those colder months. So Chrissy's here to talk to us about what she does to kind of stay connected to herself and what she's going to offer our membership. And then she also has some of her own stuff to tell us about. So you just want to introduce who you are, what you do.
Cool. Thank you for having me in. It's exciting to be in a new space. I always enjoy that. So for anybody who's new to me, my name's Chrissy. I'm an embodiment guide, and I have a specific focus on working with the child inside us. I'm not a mom right now, but I've worked with kids for quite some time, and my work started shifting into the work I do now when I started connecting to my inner child and then bringing that process of reparenting to the moms that I work with and just watching it be really profound for them. As you know, Tanya, and I'm sure you share this medicine in your space too. So I do a lot of reparenting.
Been coming up a lot this week with the Libra energy of balancing like self and others, and where's that play come into place. So I just love this conversation. I'm excited for everybody to hear what your work is in this world.
Yes, it's so important. And that balance piece is part of what I'll bring into the offering in the in the home group. So my philosophy, a lot of like the pillars that are foundational to my work are less is more. I think it's easy to take on a lot, even in the spirit of our growth, always feeling like we could be growing or we could be learning. And I really believe that if we're not pausing to integrate what we've learned or taking time for rest and creating space, a lot of what we put on our plate just ends up overwhelming us. So a big piece of my work is teaching people to feel safe with space and to take themselves less seriously. So I bring a lot of play into the work that I do, whether it's breathwork or coaching or group stuff. I bring this element of like, it's okay to be human and it's okay to laugh at ourselves because we all have something that we think makes us unique in terms of shame and really it's just part of our wiring. So I like to teach people how to, find the humor in the pain and the mess and settle into that a little bit more.
Yeah, and as I was getting onto this call with you, like we're like, wait, what time is it? Where are we going to be? And I was like, let's try this platform, right? Restream, so we can do YouTube and Facebook. But it's like the old pattern. I would have been like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yep. And so when you bring in that playful, like none of us know what we're doing. We're just figuring it out. Let's be more playful in that that high, like my high achiever perfectionist, like part comes out, and like the good student, like I should know how to do this.
Totally. So absolutely. And I love that you just named it and normalized it because we all have a layer of ourselves that has like a little bit of a perfectionist streak. Or if you're me, like a big one as a recovering perfectionist, I completely relate to everything you just shared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that inner child work and the play, it's not just important to parenting, like you said, because you are not a mom, but you've worked with a lot of moms and you've worked with children, and like we all need that, right? Totally. So what's this workshop? I created this creating spaciousness through breathwork. I just named it that. I'm not sure if that is even what you mean, but how you bring breathwork into it and playfulness to create spaciousness. I guess, what is your definition of spaciousness?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Not everybody watching probably understands what that means.
It's a feeling state for me personally. It's a sense of being leaned back in my body. Like there's a difference for me. I can tell when I'm feeling urgency, like I'm leaning forward, my body's pretty tense and contracted, my brain is pretty busy. And spaciousness is a sense of my muscles are soft, my body's leaned back, my breath is deep, and my head feels clear. Like there's just like a clarity, there's not a lot of noise happening in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want to bring into the space as part of my medicine. One of the things that I do is breath work. And for anybody who's new to breath work, there's so many different ways of connecting with our breath. A lot of people are like, yeah, I've done some breath work in yoga or Kundalini or whatever. So there's so many different things. And I'm not really wedded to a specific technique. But a big piece of what I do is support people in bringing consciousness to the way they're breathing, deepening the way they're breathing, and then allowing the breath to start to help them release any stuck energy in their system that's just like taking up unnecessary space and creating brain fog or rumination, all of those things that we experience day to day when there's like a backlog of energy that sometimes we don't have time to attend to, especially if you're a mom, like you're literally like engaging with your children all day long. And if you've got a partner, there's also that hat you're wearing. And so this opportunity and offering is a invitation to just focus on you and give yourself what you need so that you can feel a little bit lighter, put down the bags that you picked up along the way.
Yeah, I love all of that because when I was so years ago, after I lost both of my parents, I was like in this deep state of grief and burnout. I just had to leave teaching. I had 2 little kids. And it was like this place where I needed that space to build spaciousness because just laying down, like doing a 5-minute meditation or trying to do some breath work or breathing practices, not like there's a difference between breathing practices and really getting into the breath work and finding that time where 5 minutes was not enough for me in that state, that my nervous system was not going to have that. So I'm excited for this workshop that you have because it's 90 minutes, right? 90 minutes of really just settle in and like give yourself that time. I had to do that back when I was really at a bad place. I had to devote that time. And so this 90 minutes and then watching the replay if you can't be there live, but giving yourself that time to really dive in and let your nervous system like get on board, basically.
Absolutely. Oh my, yeah, you're so right. It does, and it can take a lot of time for the body to offload the stress it's picked up. And so part of what I'll bring into this space, this isn't going to be my most playful offering. There will be some, I think just the attitude I bring to the space makes it more playful. But I will be offering a little exercise in the beginning to kind of open and ritualize the space and help you air out just like what's alive for you. And for me, when it comes to the inner child, there's not just one inner child. There's inner children, and they all have something to say, and they all want our attention, just like your kids. When they want your attention, it's like mom, 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 mom. And it's like that's also happening in the back of our system with parts of us that are craving to be seen and held, maybe for decades. And so this is an opportunity to say, oh my gosh, you know what? I haven't paid attention to you for a day, a week, 5, 10 years. I'm going to say hi to you today and let you know that, okay, for the next hour and a half, I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to your workshop. And I know you have some longer programs because like you said, it can take some time to get to know the different parts of you.
Yeah.
So, where can people find you if they're not at Home in the Home Revolution yet, which everybody watching should be. The link will be in the description of this video. Let me just say, I'm giving everybody next year, like 2023, if you sign up for the year, you will get the rest of this year for free. So jump in now for um, for Chrissy's workshop, and then you can stay for all of next year as well. So I just wanted to say that. But if that's not for you, and you just want to see where Chrissy is and follow her work, then let us know what you're doing and where to find you.
Sure. Well, that's a beautiful gift, by the way. Sweet deal. I like that. So I have a podcast called The Art of Aliveness. You can find me there if you want to just listen to me ramble about life lessons. I do that a lot. My website is also The Art of Aliveness. And I have a couple tiers of offerings. I have a breathwork membership that's specifically for breathwork and nervous system regulation. So if you want to do more breathwork, if you jump into Om in the Home and you're like, I want more of the breathwork piece, then you're welcome to join me in there too. I offer one-to-one work, and then I also have a group coming up in November called Take Yourself Less Seriously. And it's a small group, 3 people max. Actually, all of the women in the group right now are mothers, and we're journeying a lot of parenthood stuff basically right now. So there's that. If you want some like deep energy work, deep coaching, it's a higher ticket offer, but you can also reach out to me via my website if you're like, yeah, that's me. I need that.
Yeah, I love that. Take yourself less seriously. It's perfect. The perfect name.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? I know you said your pillars, less is more. Is there any like final words you want to say to leave us with? That's playful or I don't know.
Let me feel into that for a moment. Well, I guess I'll speak just in the spirit of play, because people will hear play a lot and they'll be like, oh, I'm not a playful person, or I didn't get to play as a child. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
My perspective and the angle I take on play is that it's not an activity. It's a lens that you live your life through. And at the core of that lens is presence, curiosity, exploration, and a little bit of quirky spontaneity.
Yeah.
And what I found is that for people who are interested in playing more, what they find is that they already are playful people. They just weren't calling themselves playful people because they were holding themselves up to this other standard of what play is. And so a big piece of becoming more playful and thus more spacious is burning the box around the definition you have of play and rewriting that to make it work for you.
Boom! Nice. Way to end the call. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much, Chrissy. I look forward to seeing you in your workshop.
Yay, me too.
And working with you on some of this other playfulness in the future. Yay. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.